No 21 Bulldogs beat down No 7 Texas A&M 70-54. Getting down and dirty on defense netted the Bulldogs one win over a ranked team. So Mississippi State went back to that playbook to score another such SEC victory. This time it was on the home court, the victim visiting Texas A&M, and the final score 70-54 favoring the number 21 ranked Bulldogs. They improved to 19-7 on the season and broke back over .500 in SEC action at now 7-6. This was State's second home win over a ranked team this season. The number 7 Aggies left 20-5, 9-4 SEC. Defense has been their stronger point this season and carried them to top 10 status. But in Humphrey Coliseum, it was the home team who were stronger doing defense. Mississippi State held the Aggies to -36% shooting and well below their season scoring average of 71 points. Defense was great, but the Bulldogs had to score too. Josh Hubbard did that with 25 points, 10 of that at the foul line compared to his 3 trays. Claudell Harris added 15 points, including 3 clutch trays to take total control down the stretch. R.J. Melendez had 10 more points for State. Texas A&M had 13 points by Phelps, and 11 by Taylor and Wilcher. This was a grinder from the start, with both clubs finding few open looks. So at 14:30 it was just a 8-6 scoreboard favoring State, though the Dogs already had a concern with 2 fouls on center Michael Nwoko. The Aggies paid for personals more immediately as Hubbard and Melendez both were hit when heaving from the arc. They cashed in all 6 chances. Making A&M shoot long worked well at first with 5 Aggie arc misses to open. But when their long shots began dropping, the game changed fast. So did State's lineup for one not nearly as efficient on either end. Open looks and MSU mistakes let A&M reel off 10 unanswered points for a 23-20 lead on a second-chance 3. Melendez ended the dog drought with a putback. It took A&M going flat-footed inside as aggressive bounce passes netted dunks for Murphy and Matthews. But more good open shots just would not drop for a lead on repeated tries. It took an Aggie turnover and foul of shooting Kugel for State to be within 31-30 at intermission. Hubbard had endured a hard first half finding shots with just 4 official attempts. A couple minutes into the second period, he'd nearly matched that total but made more, including 2 very tough trays around a driving layup. He put his team up again, 40-34, and Aggie Post Payne picked up a 3rd foul. The student fans rushed the floor after the finish, so Mississippi State will be paying a fine and probably is fine with it. If State had been a bit more patient on offense, the lead would have been larger. As it was, the margin was 8 when Hubbard got a needed break. Aggies missed 5 straight from all distances with a series of turnovers mixed in. So when Murphy beat the shot clock with a ridiculous turnaround fall-away jumper, it was 44-34 and A&M calling for time. They still needed 4 more turns with the ball before Solomon Washington's corner 3 was good at 10:22. But it did start the Aggies on their way back, shrinking State's much too quickly for comfort. It was a 46-42 scoreboard for 3 minutes until Harris finally found kind iron to rattle in his 3. A&M got 2 shots at matching that in a series, only to miss both and foul with Washington collecting his 4th. That also put State in the bonus at last with Matthews making 1 chance. But it was Harris hitting again from the same corner, giving State some real margin again. Back in the game, Nwoko hit a turnaround that had A&M using another timeout at 4:56, now down 55-44. The Aggies did get a 3 to go on their turn, but Harris matched that one just fine. Hubbard hammered a 3, then Jones followed suit for a 67-49 margin to coast on to the finish. The Bulldogs are on the road this weekend, taking on Oklahoma in a noon tip time at Norman.